Welcome back, welcome back. So I see another city worker, right? And he used to be my neighbor. And it's really getting strange to see all these older men, and they all look like skin and bones. Niggas got jobs, but look like they never eat, they never sleep, they always, it's like you're a junkie or something. It's amazing how many dope head ass niggas that really work at my job. And these niggas try to like make it look cool, like they're a drink. You either got drunken, dirty, pissy ass bums. Oh yeah, you got rid of those. Now all I see is either regular niggas, cause I see a lot of regulars, but you dope head ass niggas at this job, the fucking the sweepers or the meter maids and shit. Like this town is so crazy how so many people could literally be junkies and are getting jobs. Like it's sort of like it's meant to be that way.
Yo, bro.
What's up, man?
When you kill somebody, let me know. Kill you, okay?
What happened?
When you kill somebody, I got you.
Shit, good looks. I need help out here, bro. Good looks. Good looks.
I know. I always could use a helping hand.
No, man. You already know. We gotta help each other out,
I
bro.
need to talk to you.
What's up? If you ever see anybody attacking
You know that, right?
all I need is if you ever see someone trying to hurt
What's
me,
your name?
just help.
What's your name?
Jay.
Yeah, Joshua.
Joshua, nice to
I
meet you,
remember.
Joshua. All I need,
you, bro.
if you ever see someone attack me, just
Got
help
you,
me.
got you.
Yeah, just
Let me
help
know,
me.
let
That's
me
all.
know.
That's all. That's
Got you,
all.
man.
Yo, be safe out here, man. You see my wolves and my ninjas. That's why I tell you to be really nice to homeless people, because like your little dollars. I don't even give this guy anything really ever, but I always see him out front of the store. And sometimes in the beginning, when I first started seeing him over there, I would help him out. But lately I've been broke, and I don't know, like he's a little loose cannon, but I always give him respect because out of all the homeless men that I've seen out there for these last 3 years, he's the only one that came out there with zero everything, looking completely fucked up, like it kind of looks now. But I seen him change and help people all around his block. And he went from walking to I got a bike to I got a skateboard to people let me sleep in the basement to people give me money every day now. You know what I mean? I seen him at least be able to do what the Lord told him, Adam, to do. No matter what you think you're doing, you're gonna work. And you're gonna follow these laws. And if you don't, people ain't gonna help you. So, I don't know if he's doing anything. He looked a little, you know what I mean? He looked a little open. But it's funny that I'm in my building today and niggas is rapping bars like they rap subliminally calling me out, talking about, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you when you go outside and da-da-da-da. Yeah, well, I keep telling you niggas, my wolves and ninjas could be anybody. You're never gonna know who's gonna help me. Every time I step outside, the police are right there. So yeah, go ahead. Follow me around and try to jump me somewhere where I normally go, and you're never gonna know who's gonna help me. And that guy looks real crazy. So you heard what he said, right? You need me to put anybody down? Just let me know. I think my earth angels are getting sick of you niggas. I think they're gonna jump on niggas that don't care and just throw their life away. Like yous have many little dirty ass niggas that throw their life away. Well, the Lord got niggas too. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about, so I'm gonna end it right that because that was the most. If that's not a message for me to just keep living my life and realize that no matter where you go, you're protected. So all love, all praise to the Most High. Until I find another subject. We're only 4 minutes in. So I sat down and flipped through a couple of YouTube videos, and I'm gonna let this guy called 19 Keys. Not haven't seen a lot of things on him, but he's made such an impact online that eventually I come across anybody that gets a certain spotlight on them, And I'm not, I respect this man in the way of, he was taught by, I believe, the Nation of Islam, and he's with them guys and stuff. And he's been talking a lot of stuff about, like, trying to get people together, trying to let people know, like, we literally, we're, like, we gotta do something. And, seeing that this man's in a higher position, he's way more educated than I am. He has actual backup. They have history and people and all of this. I'm gonna let I would like, how they say, the better version of you. I believe, we all are better versions of each other. So, I don't know what he believes in particularly. It doesn't matter, because the only thing that matters is our situation.
This morning. Thank you there, Chief. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you there, Chief. Appreciate you. You're welcome. I was asking this question this morning to myself. What's the lesson? I woke up this morning. I got a really good meditation in. Got a good workout in today. I was reading some Stokely Carmichael. I took some of my cognitive coffee. You understand me? My mushroom coffee. And it was a beautiful conversation. You find yourself in any repeated cycle of you find yourself in any level where you're feeling down, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling like shit ain't working out in business, finances, relationship, brand, etc., then you need to figure out what that lesson is so that you can move forward and graduate. If something ain't working out, what's the lesson? Why do I operate like this? Why do I think like this? Why do I move like this? Right? And I think there's so many people that are not figuring out what the lesson is. What's the cultural lesson? Right? I get so many people be asking me, Keith, what's next? What are we doing? When do we finally repair relationships with ourselves? When do we, shift to a higher point and a higher standard of the world? When we stop being motherfucking own monkeys and actually start having some goddamn repair relationships with ourselves? When do we, shift to a higher point and a higher standard of the world? When we stop being motherfucking own monkeys and actually start having some goddamn power? Right? When we stop following these boule-ism, just give us some token ass dollars of the world. When we stop being motherfucking own monkeys and actually start having some goddamn power. Right? When we stop following these boule-ism, just give us some token ass dollars. You know what I mean?
Now, I normally don't play this guy, and this is actually, for me, a bad representation of him, because he's on his Vegeta shit right now. He's not fucking playing with all the education and all the. See, I watched a couple of things on this guy, and he has the elegance and education and verbal assassination to sound like a prince. He doesn't have to sound like this. But after a while, you get frustrated and you're like, all this prestige shit, this doesn't even make them fucking get up. Me showing these niggas, look, I did it, you can do it. That doesn't mean nothing. So maybe I need to speak their language to them now. Maybe they'll understand that. Like, the Bible said there's a time for everything.
And niggas is still falling for weak ass Ralph Lauren campaigns because they found somebody from an HBCU that's a creative director. It's like, what's the lesson? Do niggas deserve to just be slaves for the rest of our lives because niggas don't care? You know what I'm saying? Niggas just want to suck off these white men because they got power and bow down to these niggas. Like, what's the lesson? Like, are we saying that we some bitch ass people because we letting everybody else run us like some hoes? Like, what's the lesson? How niggas? Like, what's the lesson? Like, are we saying that we some bitch ass people because we letting everybody else run us like some hoes? Like, what's the lesson? How we keep repeating shit? We be talking about all this God, we the greatest. Y'all talking about you follow Jesus. Jesus wasn't no sucker.
Yes. And Jesus listened to his father, and his father said, they're never gonna play with you right. They don't like you. You'll always be the tail. You're a nigger. Go over there, separate, and then you don't have to deal with it anymore. But you don't want to do that. You want to still play the game. You want to fucking compete with them. You want to get rich. and they don't want you to be. So if you ever get close to getting to where they are, they come and fuck your shit up. Like what he said, if you keep going through the same cycle, shouldn't you do something else? Alright, competing with them makes them burn or destroy our shit. So what's the lesson from that? Build up, but never better than them. No matter how long it's been, they still calling you nigga and treating you unfair. So what's the lesson from that? You have to separate from them. They don't have to treat you fair. Who the fuck said anyone has to treat anyone fair?
You want to be goddamn falling down and bowing down to empire, yet you supposed to be a fucking Christian? How you following Elijah Muhammad ain't building out an economic network as big as his?
Well, I don't know about Elijah and their beliefs, but my book, my big dog, he said, leave them. Give Caesar's what is Caesar's. That means everything your black ass got on your body. You didn't make that style up. You're not a fucking hip hop. You're not a nigger. You gotta give him that back. You gotta give him that name back. You gotta give him that Negro name back. You gotta give him every fucking thing that's his. And then you're free. But oh yeah, then you're broken. You don't have shit. And then they leave you alone. But also, you gotta give Caesar what is Caesar's. You're not living on Caesar's land and not giving him his taxes. So you're gonna separate. You're gonna tell Caesar, look, you don't have to worry about me uprising. I'm going to make sure that I build just enough where we could live like humans, but never enough where you think I'm a threat to you, so you don't have to come fuck my shit up. You'll always know that any moment you can stop any rebellion or stupid plan because we don't have the tools to do it. See, we want to go back to the old way. And while the world's ravaging everyone, the Lord said, well, if you listen to what I'm saying, their money's not going to save them. Their economic plans, well, the weather's gonna change and knock down your buildings and shit, so, you waste your money on that if you want.
I'm just saying, what's the goddamn lesson? What we learning right now? You feel me? Like, do we just follow into the same cycle over and over and over to their weak ass agendas over and over and over, trying to effeminate every goddamn nigga on the planet Earth? And if you don't bow down to that weak ass shit, then of course they're not gonna give you any favor. They're gonna give you the tools to bring the house down. What's the lesson?
Leave the house and stop trying to bring it down. Who the fuck do you think you are, God?
Every single goddamn man, Martin Luther King talking about some, now I was gonna boycott their ass for $20 billion a year. He said that towards the end of his life. So don't talk to me about none of that integration sweet shit. King talking about some, now I was gonna boycott their ass for $20 billion a year. He said that towards the end of his life. So don't talk to me about none of that integration sweet shit that he was talking about, that mountaintop.
Oh, word. That was his plan? To hit him in the pockets? Because niggas don't own anything, so niggas buy everything. So niggas determine who gets rich or not.
Let's have all our goddamn kids go to the same school, dumbass shit. I don't want to hear none of that. Only thing you want to talk to me about is when you start talking about economic power, when he really dropped his nuts. Everything else don't matter. But like, what's the lesson? Are we hard to fuck head at learning?
Willie Lynch letters plus the curses of the Lord, the cup of stupor. You know, the spiritual stupor that, all the books said the chosen people gonna go under. You're gonna be literally spiritually fucking stupid. And then, slavery and shit. They made sure we couldn't read or do regular things that would, So, yes. Why does everybody keep asking, are we fucking stupid? Yes. Yes. The beginning of not being stupid is admitting that you're fucking dumb. And then you can start, learning. It's the pretending thing. That's what's crippling us.
Do we supposed to keep going over the same shit over and over? Do we listen to TD Jakes talking about some black capitalists matter? What's the fucking lesson? Jesus doesn't even fuck with capitalism. Like, what's the lesson? Do we not be able to say real shit?
David dealt with capitalism. Solomon dealt with capitalism. So, can y'all stop bringing up Jesus like he's the only go-to guy? And, like, Jesus is the representative of when we fall and how to get back to being like Solomon and David, you know, when we were kings. And Jesus said, you can't go back until you follow these rules. And the Lord said, get away from them, or you can't be kings. And they run the world, and they don't like you. So you ain't gonna be kings. You're not getting someplace where you could do all these great things, and like, because then you're competing with them. Do you understand you doing good or at anything would make, you know, people want to do things with you and not them? So you're fucking up the church's money. You're going to go off and be silent. And you're going to let them rule. Because it's not your time.
Anymore? You know what I'm saying? Because nigga go blackball me. We not gonna be cool. Nigga can't show up like this. Man, what's the goddamn lesson? I ain't gonna lie, man. I wake up some days just tired of niggas. Cause it's like, man, I've been doing this shit for years. And niggas just be watching. Oh, let me see what Key's gonna do next. Nah, see what the fuck we gonna do together. I'm trying to do this shit for us. What's the lesson? For years. And niggas just be watching. Oh, let me see what Key's gonna do next. Nah, see what the fuck we gonna do together. I'm trying to do this shit for us. What's the lesson?
For me, the lesson is the Lord's right again, and He said certain people need to get born, certain things need to happen, and it's going to force this shit to start going. You know? One day they're gonna do so much to us. They're gonna play so unfair with so many of us, or someone that we love, that we all love, like Jesus. He's not gonna be a fucking nothing. He's gonna be and when we see him get it, everyone's gonna it's gonna click in their head. They expect us to go crazy and riot, but no, we're gonna get angry and we're gonna leave. We're going to start playing by the law. We're going to start fucking digging up records. We're going to start putting our money together and realizing, why boycott anybody for $20 billion? Realize you have $20 billion a year, you goofy ass nigga. And then we're going to buy land and we're going to say, we'll be over there. Are you happy now? We're out of your city. We can't take your job. We can't take your women. We don't get to see my ugly ass face. You don't have to worry about nothing no more. Now everyone that's here can replace us, and you just can live. And we're gonna have to go back to the old way and learn how to survive off the land until we build jobs and shit that can pay taxes to Caesar, because they're not letting us be. No one in the world anywhere we go is not letting us live there without paying taxes. It's called tribute. They just changed the word. It's called tribute. You're weak, you need protection, and you're gonna fucking pay me to live here. You get it? Like, once you take the stupid words off and it goes back to the old words, everyone will start understanding, like, oh, it's not taxes, this is protection money. Well, yeah, well, I do need to be protected, so, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just at that point in time where if we ain't on that power, I don't even want to know you.
I know what you mean, but I think that's why the Lord, sent Moses last time, or whoever, and he said, you have to leave there. That's their shit. Stop fucking trying to, like, do you realize you're trying to compete with a nigga in their house? I understand it used to be your house, but so what? It's theirs now. It's just that simple. Go in the corner, go invent something that can help them out, and say, look, do you really want to not have, like, good things? Do you really... Is our working power really not... You sure you don't want this working power? Are you sure? While the rest of the world's building their countries up and all these different things, are you sure you don't want your strongest workers? And niggas that innovate and build things that change the world. You sure you don't want us around? You sure you want us to stop working? You sure you want us to stop inventing? You sure you want us to stop helping you compete with these dudes? Cause that would mean they get better and we don't. And then, you know, that means we're last as a country.
If you don't believe in me to a point where you're ready to lay down your life, kill for me, I don't even know if it's worth it. And why?
Skip.
They say, man, when you believe in something so much, you do anything for it. I don't know too many men and women that really believe in this idea of our own freedom, that they'll be willing to kill and die for it.
I'm gonna end it right there because there's like 20 more minutes of this, and he's taking a turn that I don't like those words spoken. Because when words like that get spoken, everyone starts looking at us like we're crazy. And yeah, we're outnumbered, we're outgunned, and we already have problems with getting our heads, taken. So, nah. That's why, like, put it like this. Like you said, if you're stuck in a cycle and it ends the same way, should you keep doing it? And he said no. We've been fighting for 500 years or more. They don't write down the things that happen. They're not going to tell you about when we wowed out and shit. They're going to keep that hidden from you. You get it? And then they change your name, and they let that shit out in the history book, and you're too stupid to know that that's you. You get it? But look what happened when you did that. Look where you are now. They erased your fucking memory. I don't want these people to go any further with what they do. I want to leave them alone and just say, you know what? We lost. No one can take a fucking L for some reason. That's right? That's what it's all about. For me. See, I think about the future and reality of life. And when I see the toys they have to deal with the other countries and shit, and then I think about a small group of people fucking with their little weaponry, throwing rocks and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. We're in a situation where you don't have that type of authority. People, there may be, I think, maybe a lot. No, listen, last time I checked, these people, once they get backed into a corner and they may lose, they do things that are not really, they break rules and shit of engagement, and they do whatever it takes to win. I don't want to be eradicated. I don't want to go down to a handful again. I want to leave them alone and say, you got that. You got that. That's your shit now. And just like Moses and all the other times niggas took shit from us, we just left. Like Jacob, go read the Bible, how many fucking places he went to, built shit up, and then Esau came and took his shit and said, nah, it's my shit now. I wonder why. Because the Lord wants us to be cowards. No, because we do things, and we do things, and it can't be done. You get it? We're the fucking we're him. Without all his power. And he says, you're gonna beat me. You don't have, your grandpa took the contract. You're gonna create forever. And until you get my protection, you're gonna deal with this shit. You know? There's still things that need to be made. You know? There's still love that my people need to express to each other. All of this fighting, all of this goofy shit that I keep hearing people trying to push us to. No. If that time comes, it'll be because we have no choice. You know? Because they just come for you. You know? And I don't know what to do about that. All I could do is look in history and see they don't fuck around. You can say it's racist. They'll just say it's national security. You know? Like with the Japanese. Like with the immigrants now. Like with us. Stop poking the bear.